Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching NDTV. The battle lines have been clearly drawn. Mumbai and Maharashtra will vote on the 20th of November. The results will be declared on the 23rd of November. Of course, the nuances of the state are completely different. Caste, community, agricultural problems, and also this whole narrative centered around development and infrastructure. Well, it is going to be a neck-and-neck fight, or what it seems right now. And there are marathon meetings going on both sides, both in the Maha Huddle and Mahayuti. Remember, a lot has happened in the state of Maharashtra in the last 4 years, with two regional parties splitting, and also tables have turned in many ways. Power has shifted hands, but of course there is this big battle that is going to tell us who really is the winner. Well, Lok Sabha elections of 2024 threw a very different picture, with Maha Huddle getting 30 out of the 48 seats. But the Haryana battle, in which the BJP managed a historic hat-trick, has also managed to change a lot of what we feel about the BJP, about it being the most popular party in the country. Well, I'm coming to you live from the BJP headquarters. There's a very critical Central Election Committee meeting of the BJP with regard to Maharashtra that's going on. In fact, all central leaders, all senior leaders, top brass of the BJP have already arrived, including the Prabharis of the state, Bhupendra Yadav, Ashwini Vaishnav, Home Minister Amit Shah, the man who is responsible for micromanaging these important elections of the BJP, just arrived a short while ago. Rajnath Singh, the Defence Minister, has also arrived, and a whole host of state leaders, including Devendra, Fadnavis and Ashish Shalar, and Pankaja Munde, somebody who represents Marathwada, somebody who lost a seat from Bid, also showing how important this state and its regions are for the party, have all arrived. The wait is for the Prime Minister of the country to come and in fact start the meeting. This meeting is going to go on for long, but when you talk about history, while BJP has created history in Haryana, there's also history in the making in the state of Jammu and Kashmir. Today, Omar Abdullah actually was sworn in as the Chief Minister of the Union Territory for the second time. A lot has changed in Jammu and Kashmir in the last many years. Remember, the last time he was the Chief Minister, it was a state. But while statehood remains an important issue, there is a lot that he needs to do. And most importantly, he did talk about how he will not let the people of Jammu feel underrepresented. And to show that he's serious about it, one of his deputy chief ministers is the only NC candidate who won from the Hindu-dominated Jammu. To talk about the nuances of his cabinet and how this is going to change in some ways the face of Kashmir, we have with us my colleague Nazir. Nazir, finally an elected assembly is in place in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. While statehood remains an important issue, Mr. Abdullah has struck a very cordial note. Tell us, what are the big takeaways from the new cabinet that has been put in place?
Well, it's the right mix of giving representation to the regions and the religions. It's actually, if you say, it's a very smart move by Umar Abdullah. Within the party, some people may not be happy, particularly in the valley, where overwhelming majority of seats have been won by the National Conference. But when it comes to the giving representation, he has been more liberal when it comes to Jammu region. He has given 3 cabinet ministers, including deputy chief minister's post to Jammu. Among the 3, 2 are Hindus, because there was a concern what would happen to Jammu, particularly the Hindu majority regions, who have given complete mandate to the BJP. 29 seats BJP has won in Jammu, mainly from the Hindu-dominated areas. National Conference on its own had won 2 seats. There were these 2 MLAs who were Hindus. One is Surinder Chaudhary, who was made Deputy Chief Minister. He has defeated BJP State President Ravinder Raina from Naushera and Rajouri. Another MLA is from the Ramban. And then there were other 4-5 independents, Hindu candidates. They joined the National Congress. They actually supported the National Congress. Among them is Satish Sharma, who won from the Chamb area of Jammu. So, giving representation to Jammu, these 2 Hindu faces. Then there's a Gujar Bakarwal tribal face, who is Javed Rana from Poonch district.
Right.
So, and in the valley, we have 2 faces. Only woman faces Sakina Yittu from South Kashmir and Javed Ahmed Dar from Rafiabad in Baramulla district. But what was more important in this, it was more than the, electing a government formation. Because if you see the SKICC, where this government took oath, it was the same, it was a detention center for the same politician. After abrogation of Article 370, 5 years later, they are coming back, elected as MLAs and formed the government at the same place. And then we saw the meetings at the,
Right.
secretariat. And before the taking oath, Umar Abdullah visited the grave of Sheikh Muhammad Abdullah and sending a message that he will follow
Right,
the
Nasir. So the
footsteps, he will
symbolism
follow
of this
that
move is very important because he took Umar Abdullah takes oath in the same center where he was detained, the Sheikh Abdullah Convention Center, something that is named after his grandfather. And of course, there are big takeaways from the cabinet that has put in place. And also, let's also remember that the Prime Minister of the country has also posted on X saying that the center is all set to work hand in hand together with the government in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir for the interest of people of J&K. Also, tomorrow is an important day for Haryana. The oath-taking ceremony will take place. And of course, BJP, in a very symbolic move, has organized this oath-taking on Valmiki Jayanti. Remember, the 19% Valmiki vote, Dalit vote in Haryana was very critical. We saw the whole political drama and movement around Kumari Shelja and what really happened. And of course, it's believed that the Dalits also voted in large numbers for the BJP with the kind of Huda supremacy or the Jat supremacy that was seen in the run-up to the campaign of the elections. But tomorrow is also an important NDA CM's conclave that is happening in Chandigarh. Remember, this is one of a kind, and this is also a show of strength of the BJP to ensure that it projects a picture that it takes its allies together. We are told that Chandrababu Naidu will be attending this meeting, and Eknath Shinde is also likely to attend this meeting. Joining me now is my colleague Gurpreet. Gurpreet, tell us what are the preparations for this grand oath-taking ceremony that Nayab Singh Saini will be sort of like, part of. He is going to be, he was elected the leader of the legislature party in Haryana today of the BJP. But clearly this time the BJP has a lot to do in terms of representation. Lot more communities, lot more seats have voted for the party. How is the party looking at this, and what are the arrangements that have been made?
Very rightly, you have already pointed out this is the show of strength, what we can understand the way the preparation have been going on for the last so many days. We have seen all the chief minister of the NDA, they have already been invited to attend this program, and specifically Prime Minister will be here to join this oath ceremony of Nayab Singh Saini, who is a chief minister of Haryana, and he has already claimed before Haryana governor today and saying that he is ready to form the government. So now the question is why this is a big show and show of strength that is required for the BJP. First thing which they feel the third time they had got a huge mandate from the people of Haryana. That is one of the main strength of the BJP at this point of time. And there were a lot of question earlier when the poll was going on at that time. Opposition leaders, they were saying a lot of anti-incumbency against the government. But now they have proved there is no anti-incumbency, there is a pro-incumbency which they have been saying. And we have seen unemployment was one of the major issue, political issue during the polls. We have seen today Nayab Singh Saini had already given a very strong statement saying that 24,000 letters will be issued tomorrow to the youth for the employment before taking oath ceremony. So as of now, what we can understand from the preparation, this is the grand ceremony by the BJP party in Panchkula, where we have seen huge arrangement had been made by the Panchkula administration. Not only the chief minister, deputy chief minister have been called to attend this program. We have seen a lot of social service persons who had contributed to the society. They have also been called there so that they will be a part of this ceremony. At the same time, we have seen the multiple buses have been deployed so that around 50,000 people will be taken from the various locations of Haryana to just mark a grand ceremony, to send a message to other states that BJP has a strong policy.
So the symbolism of this event is very important because the historicity of this, BJP being the only party since 1966 in Haryana to form the government for the third time. So clearly, this is a big event for the party, and it's also going to commemorate this with its allies, which is why the CMs of NDA will also be present in this grand ceremony of oath-taking in Panchkula. Also, let's look at some reactions as to what the CM designate Nayab Singh Saini said today.
इतना बड़ा विश्वास जो हरियाणा की जनता ने आज तीसरी बार कंटिन्यूटी के अंदर ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी के ऊपर किया है, ये विश्वास ये नरेंद्र मोदी जी की नीतियों का विश्वास है, ये नरेंद्र मोदी जी की ही गारंटी है जिसके ऊपर आज हरियाणा ने विश्वास किया है। और ये प्रण हरियाणा के लोगों ने लिया है कि हम मोदी जी के उस संकल्प को 2047 तक जो विकसित राष्ट्र बनाने का संकल्प आदरणीय मोदी जी ने लिया है, उसको आगे बढ़ाने का हम कार्य करेंगे। आप सबको मैं बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूं।
Let me remind my viewers that I am coming to you live from the BJP CEC meeting. In fact, this is at the BJP headquarters. The wait is for the Prime Minister to arrive. Remember, there was a similar meeting for Jharkhand yesterday, which went on till midnight. So this is expected to go longer. Remember, this is a 288-member assembly. It's a big state. There are many stakes there, 6 parties in the fray. So clearly not an easy battle for the Mahayuti or the Mahavikas Agadi. Let's look at some political reactions, because today was an important day, because while the Mahayuti came out with its project report saying that work is its only identity, the Shiv Sena, that is led by Uddhav Thackeray, also hit back at the ruling government, alleging that there has been large-scale corruption and also decline in law and order. Let's look at some political reactions to whatever happening in Maharashtra.
महाविकास आघाड़ी के काम 2.5 साल के और 2-2.25 साल के महायुति के काम होने दो। जनता की अदालत में दूध का दूध, पानी का पानी। और महाविकास आघाड़ी की उसके पैरों तले जमीन खिसक गई है। और आने वाले इस चुनाव में महायुति ने जो 2-2.25 साल में काम किया है, उसका काम का जो बोलते मराठी में कामाची पोच पावती, ये जो है वो निश्चित रूप से देंगे। और महायुति सरकार पूरे ताकत से, मेजोरिटी से फिर जनता की सेवा में आएगी।
आज 84 सीटों पे डिस्कशन
और गठबंधन कितनी बातें बनी है सर?
224 सीटों पे हुई है और बाकी सीटें कल हो जाएगी।
कांग्रेस कितने पे लड़ रही है सर?
288 महाविकास आघाड़ी लड़ेंगी।
Well, so how close is the Battle of Maharashtra going to be? Well, all battles remain very close till the actual results actually come out. I have with me my colleague Aishwarya joining me with more details. Aishwarya, tell us about the CM's conclave that's going to happen, and also the importance of Naib Singh Saini's oath-taking tomorrow, because BJP has also made it into a show of strength.
Well, certainly this is going to be one of its unique conclave that we will going to be witnessing tomorrow in Chandigarh. That almost 20 chief ministers of NDA and their deputies will be engaging in a half-day conclave where Prime Minister Narendra Modi, along with BJP President JP Nadda, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, Home Minister Amit Shah, and other chief ministers, including from Andhra Pradesh, Nagaland, that will they all will be in Chandigarh tomorrow. After the swearing-in ceremony of Naib Singh Saini. There is show of strength for the Bharatiya Janata Party as far as 13 chief ministers, 16 deputy chief ministers belonging to the Bharatiya Janata Party will be participating. And also, there would be very importantly deliberations in this meeting that the agenda for covering the national developmental issues as well as the discussions on subjects like the observations of Samvidhan Ka Amrit Mahotsav, which is of course 75 years of constitution, and also 50th anniversary or to attempt of the murder of democracy. Remember, there was also emergency that was condemned inside the parliament as well. Certainly, tomorrow is going to be a very important day as far as Naib Singh Saini is concerned, and he is going to take oath today. He was elected as the leader of the Haryana legislative assembly, and he, along with his cabinet ministers, will be taking oath tomorrow, with top leaders of the NDA will also be present in this oath-taking ceremony.
Well, thank you, Aishwarya, for joining us with those details. Also joining me now is Rohit Chandavarkar, who is a consulting editor and also a senior journalist. We have Matthew Anthony from the Congress Party. We have Susie Ben Shah from the Shiv Sena, and we have Siddharth Yadav from the BJP. Thank you, all of you, for joining me on this broadcast. Susie Ben, to you first. When Aditya Thackeray calls the CM a contractor mantri, what is the feeling amongst Shiv Sainiks? Because while on one hand you say that Eknath Shinde is your common next door Shiv Sainik who has thrown Varsha doors open for common public, there is this legacy Thackeray, which is also a challenge for your party.
No, a very good evening to all, and a good evening to my panelists today. Let us understand this, that the today, if you see the press conference, we went with a lot of confidence. For the last 2.5 years, we have really performed. We have spoken about Viksit Bharat. We've spoken about 3 trillion economy and how Maharashtra in all aspects, whether it be housing for the poor, for the women, as far as the GST is concerned. How today Maharashtra has emerged as number one economy in the state, in the nation. As far as the Thakres are concerned, or even the Agadi Bigadi Gadbandhan is concerned, they have nothing to talk, save and accept allegation. Where is their Vikas? Where is the Vishwas that they have from the people? I would like to ask the Thakre family. They are part of the Agadi. What are their views on Article 370? What are their views on CAA? What are their views on Veer Savarkar? What are their views on Ram Mandir? Zipped. What are the view on NRC? Nothing. Okay. So as far as I'm concerned, they have no issues. The only issue that they have is calling names to the Mahayuti, especially our Honorable CM Eknath Shinde. I would also like to ask them, they call us Gaddar. Who did the first Gaddari? In 2019, the mandate of the Maharashtra people of Maharashtra was to BJP and Shiv Sena. But because there was a hunger to become a CM.
Right.
They broke the UT.
So Susi, when you're talking about the ideological inconsistency with Uddhav Thackeray, let me get a response. Let me get a response from Siddharth Yadav. I know, Siddharth, your party is riding on the optimism that Haryana elections have created for you. But when it comes to Baba Siddiqui's murder or what happened in Badlapur, people are remembering as to what Bombay was, what Mumbai was in the 90s and 60s. Isn't that something that, Siddharth, you think your party will have to bear the brunt for, because it is in an alliance with the Mahayuti?
Vasudha, first of all, what has to be understood is that the mandate in Haryana is larger from one state. It is the mandate and the mood of the entire nation. It also shows that whatever falsehood or whatever type of propaganda or misinformation one party or one alliance will try to spread, that doesn't go way too far. And people, it's just a matter of time, but they do realize what is the reality, what is the truth, what is good for them, what is good for the state. I think that is the same for Maharashtra. We are currently, Maharashtra has seen two models. One model was of Gaddari, of Uddhavji, betraying the mandate that was given by the people. In a democracy, people choose the government. When a pre-poll alliance went to the people, they presented their views, people gave a mandate, but then they broke it, they went away. That's fine. They ruled the state for 2.5 years. Then we got the power for supporting the original mandate of the people. The people of Maharashtra have now the clear choice to choose between the two regimes. One regime of the 2.5 years of the Maha Agadi, one regime of the 2.5 years of what we have done in the state. And I think it's going to be a very clear choice. When it comes down to specific cases, which is one case which has happened in the past week, I think these are isolated cases. All of us know that what is the current state of law and order in the state. It's way better. It's even better. The state was in a situation where police officers were planting bombs outside industrialist houses, and that was the kind of situation that was being done. But today that is not the case, because the entire system is now working together for providing a safe environment for the state. And I think everybody in the state is going to appreciate and acknowledge that. And
Matthew Anthony, you have been talking a lot about corruption. When you talk about BMC, BMC has been, there have been these allegations for long. I completely agree with you that elections have to happen at some point. Even Jammu Kashmir has seen elections now. Why are you calling the body completely corrupt, knowing that Shiv Sena is also part of Shiv Sena is part of your alliance now and was also under them for many years?
While he's adjusting his sound, I would just like to add to Mr. what Yadav said. Look at the infrastructure projects.
Okay.
Whether it's the coastal road, Atal Setu, Metro, they had all derailed the projects. Bullet train. It is this Mahayuti government has delivered.
That's a valid point. Matthew Anthony, can you unmute yourself and tell me about these allegations on BMC body that you're raising, knowing very well that Shiv Sena, part of it, is still part of your alliance?
Well, so the answer is very simple. Shiv Sena is part of our alliance now. Now, 7.5 years, this BJP and the Shinde Sena has ruled the state right now. My question is, if they were so powerful, so transparent, why didn't they do 2.5 years of BMC election? From COVID time onwards, the level of corruption in BMC is beyond. 15,000 to 16,000 crores is going for contracts every year. And look at the way in which the Bombay roads, the Mumbai roads have been behaving all these years. We have been living in homes which is built for 15, 20 years. Do we build homes every year? But we need to still redo the contracts every year despite giving 15, 16,000 crores. 800 crores was spent on Mumbai beautification. Where has this money gone? Gone without tenders. Where is this corruption? The Kama hospital doesn't have a scanner facility or a radioactive therapy facility for the poor women, and yet the government doesn't have money to spend 50 crores there, but they have got money to spend for beautification of Mumbai. Now, the whole performance of Maharashtra government, of Shiv Sena, Shinde and the BJP is clearly shown by the falling of the Chhatrapati Shivaji statue. Now, look at all these questions. I am asking this question to the BJP spokesperson and to Susi Behen. What is your answer on a particular gang which is being reported and identified as the main culprit behind Baba Siddiqui's murder? And this is not a single murder. There are 4 murders. There are 4. There are 4.
Okay, Matthew, let's also get in Rohit Chandavarkar. He's a friend and he's been waiting for so long. Rohit, your big takeaways from the report, the progress report that was released today. What do you think? Who came out very strong? Because Uddhav Bal Thackeray also held a press conference. Aditya Thackeray was also alleging a lot of things. Complete comparison between what happened with Azad Maidan versus Shivaji Park a few days ago on Dussehra. What would be your big takeaways from today's press conference?
I think also the Eknath Shinde and team, Devendra Fadnavis and Ajit Pawar are very good at this, and they will, next few days they will continue to exhibit all the work and all the development projects that they have completed during their 2 years of regime in Maharashtra. The point here is, even the Devendra Fadnavis admitted during this presentation today that what comes out and what can be seen in terms of visuals on media and all of that is the hard infrastructure projects that have been completed. But what is not evident clearly is the soft infrastructure, which is the social development. Now, the opposition is alleging that, on the social development index, Maharashtra is lagging behind. There is no doubt that, many projects have got completed and they are impressive. But we must also remember that some of these projects, such as the Atal Setu, the work is done by MSRDC and it got completed during, it got done. The project was going on, even during Uddhav Thackeray's regime, or even in fact before that, during Devendra Fadnavis's chief ministership.
Right.
This is a project which was done by MSRDC under loan from the Japanese Cooperation Bank. So this has been a 10-year-old project. It's been on for a long time. This is just one example.
Right.
So whether it is the Mumbai-Nagpur Samruddhi Expressway, which is a very impressive project, or whether there are other projects, most of these projects are getting completed over a period of 7, 8, 9 years. And no one government can take credit for that, which is a fact that I think only media knows. But to come back to your question, just to round up, I think it was an impressive presentation, and especially the Ladki Bahin project that these people have taken up is going to, perhaps be a game changer, because I can hear that, there's a lot of response to that. The opposition, of course, is making
absolutely. So it's going to be welfare versus welfare, one of the pivotal points of the Maharashtra campaign. Yes, thank you, Rohit. I'm completely out of time. Let me also remind my viewers that Prime Minister Narendra Modi has arrived at the BJP headquarters to attend the very critical Maharashtra CEC meeting. All the top brass of the BJP, local leaders, national leaders, everybody is inside this building, and this meeting is to go on for long because it's a 288-member assembly, and there is going to be a lot of discussions on what the winnability criteria is. The list could be expected in a few days from now, but of course there are talks on seat sharing that are still on. We will get to know which party gets what in a few days from now. Time for a short break. More news and updates on the other side.